I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is Monday, February 12th, 2024. Hope you had a good weekend. So, long story short, right? Trying to make this short. You're still bullish. Where Asia and London are pretty much keeping their especially with the opening of Sunday, that low was being held as a higher low. Made a higher low here in Asia, almost London, but we come and take that out. We've built liquidity before. We come down at the 930. We take that out, wipe out that liquidity, and we do not take out that low. So this is like an internal low. If it broke that low and if it closed, it'd be definitely bearish, right? But if you're buying, you want to see maybe a raid here and not take out that low. Sure enough, that's exactly what we got. We got a shift here. We got to retrace back pretty deep, but the bias is still in play. You're going to need to hold that bias for taking out that liquidity above and also that previous day high. Now, the reason why, let me show you the entry here. So at the entry, I screenshot it, would even know stop loss yet. I wanted to make sure I took the screenshot first, but stop loss is here underneath this low. Once I see this momentum pushing, I'm in, and we have rated that low. Now, I do take a couple losses with that low here, which is expected. And when it's in profit and retracing, coming below here, I know how to exit out of this trade. But it does come about 50% of it. So once it came back down to 50% of it, I go again, take this up. I know this is still my target up here, right? And I'm trying to chase up to -2 standard deviation here with this retracement right here. See that up here too? That would be above the previous day high. So then takes me out again right here. So that's 2 losses, but they're small in the grand scheme of things. Looking for a 19R trade, right? Trying to get this here. I was not fast enough to do it. I'm pretty groggy today. Today's Monday also, and from yesterday, watching the Super Bowl and partying a little bit. I'm just kind of tired, but to be honest, sad that the Niners lost. My third team is the Niners, but I hate KC too. But anyways, get rated one more time. I'm still buying. Now, this is my third attempt here. Don't need none of this shit. My third attempt here, which this was nice. You see this here. Again, I don't rely on this, but just giving you the idea. But with this next raid, I buy again. So price pushes up with this candle right here. And then I take the screenshot here, but then stop loss goes right here. Not really here, because if it goes underneath here, then it's a wrong trade for to begin with. I'm looking for a swing low, as you see, swing low, right? Three lows here. One low and 2 higher lows above it, right? And then my target's up here, right? And got to hold. So with that understanding, we come up nicely. We're respecting this down candle again here, and we come back. We get into this imbalance with this 2 down candles. All right, this demand blocks right here, these 2. I don't need to draw all this out, so I just watch price. So that's the open as well. And we had already, the open was the same as the opening range of the close of Friday. So key level as far as the opening of the session. And then we are testing the open of the day, right, at the midnight. So with all that, we push up here, screenshotting it here because I know how shit goes when I screenshot. So I'm waiting for that 2 extension, and just to show you, now we reached that 2 extension. Now here's the deal with this. Because and by the way, we've hit that 18,000, like I said on Thursday, we would reach. Beautiful trade, and even some more. So that's how obviously we got up to this 18,000, right? Oh, also, before I go there, this is when I told you here on Thursday that we would be reaching 18,000. We come up here, which is Friday, and we get real close to that 1.5 right here from that retracement. And from this retracement, if you did this to there, that ends up hitting 2 as well, which our goal, remember, on the daily here, if you look on the daily, this negative half standard deviation from here, this retracement brought us to just below 18,000. That's why I was telling you about us reaching from 985 to 18,000. So I think I said 2,000 by mistake, but I didn't mean 2,000. There's no 2,000 on the chart, and I didn't mean 20,000 either. But anyways, I meant 18,000. So watch Friday's video so this makes sense. So we reached that on Friday, and then we go up a little bit more, whatever. Now today, back to today, doing a retracement from here, we got this 3 right here, very close to it. So here's the thing. The daily range of today, you're generally going to get about 120 points in a range of a candlestick day, right? Like the range from the low to the high. So, and obviously that's the low end. So on the high end can be 200, 300, 400, right? But, what do you call it? The thing is when we get up here, so I need to take this profit because I've got a mission accomplished here. So you got to understand this. So the mission is accomplished, right? What is my plan was to raise liquidity and buy it up to wipe out the top liquidity and a little bit higher, right? That's the goal. So with me taking the profit out at 2, I then try to take a sell. Why? Here's the reason why I do it here. Number 1, we've already reached 18,000. Number 2, we've already took the previous day high and the liquidity from today here. So not saying it can't go any higher, but I have 2 options here. So the thing is I want to take this. If I'm taking this sell, I'm trying to take it's London now. If you look at the time, it's 10:58. So I'm taking this sell and I want to take it to here. Why do I want to take it to here? Because if you look on this chart, you'll see that I got this line here. And this is where the last inefficiency of price is. Because when we bust through this little price action on the 15-minute, just these little wicks. But here on the 1-minute, you can see these down candles. So my goal is to get to this level, right? And it did, right? But now I'm going to take you into the chart real quick and show you what the logic was at the time. So let me go to a 1-minute real quick here. So you could see I'm taking this trade. I'm not going to be in the market too much. First of all, I don't want to trade, and I knew I had a big inkling that we would retrace back down and be a false day. But here's how it goes. Takes this sell here. It's about $1,500 getting to this level. I'm getting greedy, and if you look on the 15, not greedy, but technically, I understand the 2 options that I have when I'm here. I know that this sell can fail and it can go back up, right? And when it goes back up, it's an extension like of this leg. See this leg here? We moved up. Boom. We retrace. 1 more leg up. See that? And then getting into these higher levels. I understand that, right? But I want to be done. And I also want to take this sell. I know it was going to retrace, but the thing is there's 2 options. Either it's going to fill here and get stuck here, all right, or it's going to come below, which is, and still go up, right? Which I was married to it, all right? And then, or it does this, which is actually what I was just hoping for. This retrace back down. Why? Because of the shallowness of this. Yes, we're just buying higher lows, right? Yes. And you're like, well, when do I buy higher lows and when do I think it's not going to fail? Well, this is a little too perfect as well. And you're going to say, well, Roland, what about this? We had this too perfect too. Yes, but we had higher objectives. We had that high. We had that 18,000 level, right? And also very similar to this scenario. When this is shallow price, it's just a little step ladder, but now we're hunting that liquidity. If you watch Friday's or Thursday's video, it makes sense. You'll see I was telling you I want to come up here and then come back down because we'll be attacking that liquidity that we built there, right? And that's actually kind of like what we're doing now, right? So this is to explain. This is a fire video. So just so you understand, this is the logic here. Now I understand if it doesn't fail. So this is what trading is. You know the probabilities of what your options are, and then you know the probabilities of them working out and this and that. If you just regular price action. So take this sell 1,500, and I'm married to it on the screenshot. If you go look at the screenshot, you'll see right here, right? I want it to come back down right there. All right, so take a look there and take a look at this. The 15-minute, where do we go? We got right close to it, right? And that's the issue that I would have run into, which is this down action. See how this, see if you squint out, you see how this, we break this high and we pop up. This becomes a control of price, meaning it came back up, retraced, goes up. There's no inefficiency here because there was price action here on these time frames. So it could be used again as support, is what I'm saying in simple terms. But I got married to wanting to come under, to just tap that level. I was going to be done. Sure enough, it comes against me. Now, if it's coming against me, I've already got, you saw the entry, right? The entry is great because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for, right? So I'm up here at 18,081 or 2, right? So with that, right here, 18, not here, I'm sorry. Yeah. What is this? Down here. So this level is, what is this level? 0.62. All right, so we missed 0.62 by like a point, right? So when it comes up, I'm already up here. I already got this high level entry, right? So when it comes against me, once I start seeing this and then coming up, it's over with. Like I know where we're going. In general speaking, right? It could have held and sold here, yes, of course, but we have, remember, we have that daily range of how many points to expect. I was telling you that you got 120 points of general price action of a candlestick at minimum. So where's the low here? The low is at 18,000. Let's just call it even 18,000. And the high here is 121. So that's 121 points or whatever the points exactly is, right? So that's the logic here of understanding that we can come back up. Now, yes, could it have been a bigger day of 200 points or whatever? Because if you look at the daily chart, I mean, yes, these candles are much bigger than 200 points, but they offered 120 points both directions. So with that being the case, you still got your 240 points in a day, but the point is that I understand that this could be another leg. So even if I take this, I'm okay with it. And even if I took a couple losses, I'm okay with it because this fucking trade is a 19R. So even when I lost 2R, all right, my risk management is small. I know where I'm going because my bias is good. So that's what allows me to be able to do this. But the point is that even if I ended up with a 16R, it's 16R, right? So anyways, this would have panned out beautiful. So what would I have liked to have done? So what I have liked to have done was to take the profit here in this little sell, because just in case it broke through. If it broke through, then it would be game over. I'd be getting all that, right? Downside. But this is the part of the game. So what did it come to? Came up to about 3.5 right there. Perfect. Now once it comes, I'm obviously done with the day. So I've already understood. Once I missed this, I was like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. So you got to understand, like, there's plenty of opportunities, and yes, I can be more involved, but today I don't want to be, and it's Monday, and I got profit, and I'm good. You know what I mean? And especially when I get a couple losses like that, and it, I just don't want to be more involved once that starts going on, right? You got to control yourself and control your trading and control your sit on your hands, be patient. That's really what this game's about, right? And then going to levels. Watch, it hits this 3.5 right here. Then it breaks, comes right back into this inversion imbalance right there. Also in that imbalance right there. I knew this was a beautiful sell. I actually knew it was a beautiful sell here. But again, I'm at this point, I am not going to trade. I promised myself, you're not trading. You got your profit, whatever. Sure enough, I miss a major move, but that's okay. But here it is. Pops right in, breaks down, comes up, uses it as resistance or order flow, but you still don't know what direction is going to be, right? But that's your probability of it being up here. So now price comes down, comes back up, takes out that high by a smidget, doesn't even close with a body, and then takes the hell off. So with that understanding, the target here from selling is obviously the liquidity pool that we built here. Plus we're coming lower. Plus also the understanding of me not wanting to be involved is that I know that we're fucking high as hell. Now this is not me catching tops. This is just logic. Like we have been pushing, bro, like for a long time. And if you look at the daily here, the daily candle, we're gonna come right and seal that imbalance of today's open and Friday's high, because in between is an imbalance of price, right? So they're naturally coming back to retrace. So I'm not saying this is the big move or anything, which it could be. I don't know, but we have potential on both sides. So, but with that daily candle push like that, above Friday's high, we're coming back now to retrace and balance that and wipe out all the buyers. So now CPI is tomorrow, I believe, and it would make sense to me if we come still lower. I'm looking for price action like this. So like we came up, now lower low, lower high, kind of I want to see flow like that if we're like super bearish, but we don't have enough information to be super bearish. But trending wise, or at least counter trending wise, even if we're still bullish, I want to see this sweep above, made a lower low, come back up, lower high, and then some type of retracement back, probably sweep this, bounce somewhere from here. We could bounce from here now and might not take this out if we're super bullish. CPI might just grab it and run back up. I don't know. But see, these are the ideas. So, this is just what it is. So beautiful, beautiful trading. Let's see, is there anything else I wanted to mention here? S&P, how long has this video been? Damn. All right, so S&P, let's look at the higher time frame. Obviously, very similar boat here. And swept up, and what do they do? Well, that daily, look at that daily candle right here. So 50-20 and a half. That's logical sense for it to come back down to retrace there, no matter what direction we're going. It also has an imbalance between this high and this high. A little space in there at the 5,000 level, psychological level, whatever. Come down. What's underneath that is that liquidity, which would be this Thursday shit and Friday, right? So it would make sense to sweep that at the least. Do we get a massive day? I don't know, maybe, but this makes sense to come to the downside. And let's see, Dow here, and Jesus, that's ugly, but swept that high. That makes this, I'm not going to draw it out, you can see it. I'm pointing at it. You can see here that's definitely makes sense for a target, these lows right here. And I don't know if CPI is going to make the market bearish. It's possible that it does, but I'm taking data as it comes day by day, and I form my trade. So if I could tell you today what's going to happen, it's pretty good that I'm able to kind of do that. But then tomorrow I get information of, okay, well, this is where they did in Asia and London. And they've also engineered liquidity above. So that's my framing of the high. I can't tell you that about tomorrow, right? So I'm already doing too much to begin with. So dollar here, retracing at points. Do the research. I don't need to go over that. But we're still pretty much in this possible bullish scenario. Maybe CPI will push that up and we'll be coming down. We also had a divergence here on S&P. That's an also beautiful sell and time to take that trade as well. So, and then the PM session kicks in, obviously. So when the PM session kicks in, that's why you see all these candles pushing hard, because they're trying to come back down and wipe out that liquidity. And this was a reversal PM session situation also. So that's why I'm happy with what I do, and you get better at what you're doing and learning. Listen, the patience and the technical analysis of understanding the market is really key, because it's the problem is people will get in their own fucking way of stopping from being profitable. So, it's what you do in between is the problem. You know what I mean? If you're not taking trades, you're obviously having a fear issue. You don't understand a lot of technical analysis ideas and framework of a day, and you need to work on that. But the real magic is sitting on your hands, being patient, taking profit when you get it, knowing when to be content, and then and I could have traded the shit out of this. And to be honest, a little scary, man. I just feel like I'm getting really too good. Visually, I can just know what's happening, but I stay out the way, and that's what it is at where I'm at now. But Other than that, you guys take care and God bless.